Welcome back, everyone. This is Real Rap with the Reynolds weekly vlog, and the idea here is that I'm just trying to give a sense of like what life looks like outside of the classroom. And so I think the more you know a little bit about who I am and kind of what I'm doing during the week, what my family is doing during the week, it just gives you more of a sense of like who I am as a teacher. So that's why we make these. And also one day my great grandchildren will be able to say what was wrong with my grandfather. I'm feeling really grateful this week. A lot has happened this week that has just been out of the goodness of other people. Has allowed me to feel certain ways and to do certain things I wouldn't have been able to do otherwise. So I just want to like, first of all, shout out Too Cool for Middle School, who did this iTeachtoo video series that I put my video out last week. People have been putting videos out all week. Feels like there's tons of new teacher vloggers out there all of a sudden, which is kind of interesting to see. I love seeing people from all over the place like putting out content and me getting a chance to learn more about what it's like to teach somewhere else in the world or somewhere else in the United States. So through watching all of those videos, I've been getting shouted out a lot, which is weird. I don't talk about this much, but I don't do compliments very well, right? I am eternally grateful for that sort of thing. There's something, I don't know, it's my own stuff. It's hard to hear nice things about myself. However, I'm watching these videos and like over and over and over again, I'm getting shouted out by all of these individuals right here. And if there were more and I forgot your name, I sincerely apologize, but don't think that it goes unnoticed, and it is just fills my heart up. So thank you very much for doing that. I appreciate it. Change that. Monday we went to go see Captain Underpants, which my son's been asking me to go see for like a month now, and we haven't gone and seen it for whatever reason, and it was down to like one showtime a week at like 2:25 in the afternoon, so I knew like if I didn't go see it now, we weren't gonna be able to see it this summer. It was actually pretty funny. I liked it. I love Kevin Hart. He's from Philadelphia also, and I'd be remiss if I didn't say we also went Pokemon hunting. And yes, sometimes your kids want to dress crazy when they go out and do certain activities, and I support that as a parent 100%. And so my son dressed like this to go Pokemon hunting. About a year ago, me and Brody started playing Pokemon Go. It's really just a way for us to connect. Brody loves it. Me and Brody were up at the crack of dawn this morning, driving around the neighborhood trying to get a Pikachu with an ash hat on. We had pajama bottoms on and no shoes.
It was really awkward.
It was a little awkward. Game's getting real. We're down in the trenches now. We're in it to win it. Got our eye on the prize. Got this goal in our soul. My sunglasses do this weird thing every time I smile. Oh, now they're not gonna do it, but they always do this thing where they like raise up a little bit. Makes me not want to smile. What kind of marketing is that, Vans? You want to give me sunglasses that make me not want to smile? Your kids leave the house with stuff, you return to the house with their stuff. The next day, we had this really great collaboration planned that I hadn't told anyone about, right? I didn't even talk about it on last week's vlog. I just alluded to the fact that I had a collaboration. Bridget from a lettered classroom drove to Philadelphia, right, which is like 2.5 hours away from their house, or 2 hours away from their house. She and her husband Trent, their 2 little boys, came to West Philly to my school, and we did a collab, and it was awesome. For those of you that are maybe new to the YouTube world, Bridget is one of the earliest teacher vloggers on YouTube. So for her to take time out of her schedule and bring her 2 little kids, drive all the way to Philadelphia to meet up with me, was, how am I at a loss for words? Don't I teach English. I mean, come on, man. I'm gonna get a thesaurus before I start doing these things. It meant a lot. And not only did she drive all the way here, we ended up having such a great conversation. We hung out for like at least 5 hours, hit it off in a way that made us feel, to me, like old friends. Like we just connected immediately. The thing that reinforced was this idea that the more YouTubers I talk to, right, the people that are in this teaching community on YouTube, some folks I talk to and I just feel like I'm talking to a friend that I've had forever, whether it's Miss May from One Fab Teacher, or Kate the Sleepy Teacher, or my friend Darin Nakakihara. How's that for pronouncing your name right, buddy? It's just been super fun to like talk with people, and as soon as you're like laughing and telling stories, it doesn't feel like you just met 5 seconds ago. It feels like you've been doing this forever, and It's super fun. That video is gonna come out on Thursday. I'll put part 1 on my channel and Real Rap with the Reynolds. Her channel will feature part 2 of our conversation. I don't know that 2 teachers on YouTube have ever like had a face-to-face collaboration, except for Apples and Tiaras and Jennuine Teaching. You guys don't count all the way because you like work right next door to one another. It's cheating. They go to Target together. It's insane. We had this really great conversation. We did this kind of new thing, and I'm super pumped to bring that to you on Thursday. I hope you watch it. I hope you enjoy it. I hope your grandmother watches it with you. You can eat ice cream. Here goes another airplane over me. That night, I come home from one teacher collaboration, and I got another teacher collaboration. Jennuine Teaching. It was on Teacher Talk Live on Tuesday night, who I've been calling Jennuine Teaching, not to be confused with Jennuine the rapper. Yeah. We had a really great conversation too. We started doing something new on Teacher Talk Live, which is to introduce a topic at the beginning and have people ask questions about that. So we talked about flexible seating, something that I know very, very little about, but Jen knew tons about and had implemented in her class last year. And so she talked about that for a while, took people's questions. That conversation made me feel like you all that are watching these things, I feel like we should be getting professional development hours for this, right? Like you're learning, I'm learning tons. I'm learning more this summer talking to all these great teachers than I do in a regular professional development meeting. And then Wednesday was a work day. I was editing, I was getting stuff done. It was a very, very busy day. My kids had spent the previous day in the pool, thanks to my wife's cousin, Christine and John, who have this really great pool. My kids went with my in-laws down to the pool so that my wife and I could go do the recording. So Wednesday was really just a work day until the evening. We took a nice walk down to the lake that's in my town. This dude wants to run hard at the park every night, but he's so hot. Look at him. It's like a carpet. He really is like Chewbacca. Then he just keeps eating grass. I assume because he's hot and it cools him down or something. I mean, I do that every once in a while. I just lay in the lawn, eat some grass. Just cools me off a little bit. My dog got really hot and he laid in the muck. Not just the mud, but the muck. You know, all that loose crap at the bottom of the lake. Then he got all disgusting. And then he ate a hot dog that he found floating in the water. Thursday, let me look at my notes real quick. Then Thursday was a not so single mom day for a change. Not really for a change. I mean, she stayed at home with my kids for like 8 years. I've been doing it for like 2. My wife goes down to the shore with my kids, our favorite spot, Ocean City, New Jersey. They are on the beach for hours and hours and hours. They found a tide pool, they found hermit crabs, and my daughter found a sand dollar. Never found a sand dollar in my life. They just had a great time down there. I've said this before, the beach is the only place that my kids don't ask to like go on the phone or the iPad or play a video game or say that they're bored. They are always in love with being at the beach, and so it's really fun to take them down there because they just never get tired of it. So while they were at the beach, I went back up to school and I got some work done. I have a new class coming out this year that I'm going to try to chronicle the creation of this class from the beginning until the end of the year. And so it's with my special friend, Miss Yonkers, who is my in-class support in class. We're co-teaching a class this year. She used to be at the head of the special ed department of my school. Now she's back as a teacher and we get to work together, and she is awesome. So our class is going to look like this. We have incoming 9th graders in a co-taught class. They will then go through our school year. We can keep marking their progress all through the year, and then we will have them again in 10th grade, and we'll mark their progress again then. The idea behind having them for 2 years in a row is to prevent that lag that happens at the beginning of the year. Teachers, you know about this, where your kids come back from the summer and they don't know half of the stuff that you taught them the year before, and it skips having to like get to know people's personalities and reintroduce yourself to the kids. So we'll already know them, and so we can just jump right back into learning and hopefully make up for lost time. There's nothing planned for this class. Most of the regular texts aren't going to work. We're not going to use them. So we're coming up with all new books, all new curriculum, all new ways that we want to focus on the year and see how we want to do things, how we want to introduce things, what sort of projects for project-based learning that we want to use. It's a little bit daunting because it's so much work, but it's really exciting because we get to just do pretty much anything we want and just come up with all new stuff. I don't know a lot of schools that give everyone the freedom to do this, to just say, New class, new ideas, go with it. Let us know what you come up with. So I'm really appreciative even to my school for letting me have that level of freedom with an endeavor like this. Oh, and my friend Miss Cho came in to hang out. You'll see Miss Cho probably a lot more in the vlog this year too. She doesn't really love being on camera, I don't think, yet, and she doesn't really like smiling either, but I like making her smile because it makes me feel good inside. Let's do a picture with Cho. My hair is out of control this summer, man. I got like summer hair. Look at this wall behind me too. It looks like someone was murdered.
Are you videotaping?
I'm recording, yeah.
Why?
Because it's funnier this way, and then when I can put you on YouTube and you'll be a star.
I'm already a star.
Oh, yes. That night I ran home, had another live broadcast with Too Cool for Middle School, who is just as awesome as she is in all of her videos. She's super fun to talk to. We laughed about a lot of stuff. We talked effortlessly about all kinds of things, and it was just so great. It was the longest live broadcast I've had so far. We covered tons of stuff. If you didn't get to check it out, I'm gonna link it in the description box below, or maybe I'll put one of those little card things up here. But it was a really terrific conversation because we talked about a lot of things I haven't been able to necessarily talk about yet, because Too Cool for Middle School obviously teaches middle school and I'm in 9th grade, and so there was a lot of commonality there. And she's also taught in schools that are very similar to mine. She now teaches in a school that's completely different than mine, and we got to talk about the similarities and differences between those types of schools as well. Then Friday comes along, my kid's favorite day of the week. It was a day of errands. I don't like as a family when my wife just goes by herself or I just go by myself. I'd rather do these things as a family, like all together, go out for the day and try and make it fun. And what that usually looks like when we run errands, which is, if you're not familiar with that term because you live somewhere else, it is shopping. It's just shopping. And that is usually my wife shopping and me messing around with the kids all day. And so that's what we did. Gearing up for Brody's birthday, doing some shopping at 5 and Below. Brody found something. This is it. This is my whole life, and I'm glad of it. Marley is like addicted to stuffed animals. We just found this, and it's maybe the ugliest stuffed animal ever. It kind of looks like a possum.
A possum? What's a,
Look.
What's a possum? The tiniest little eyes I've ever seen.
Actually, those are pretty big eyes in proportion to the size of its face. You have ones that have bigger eyes.
Yeah, they're...
It's just a challenge, the eyeball challenge, like that. I don't know who makes this stuff at 5 and Below. But this finger puppet thing that looks like a unicorn, they also have a dinosaur one. Some kid just threw a ball at me.
That is so creepy. What's wrong?
It's my finger. This daughter of mine is a whirlwind.
I wanna get
This
it.
is non-stop. You can barely hold it up.
She gets it in the car.
So 5 and Below, we bought like, I don't know, not so secret wife, how many water pistols did we buy? Like 16 water pistols, because my son's birthday is coming up in like less than 2 weeks, and we're gonna have this party where everyone gets a water pistol and they're all gonna like have games, because my wife does these like extravagant, awesome, wonderful, epic birthday parties every year. 5 and Below is just a hotbed of ridiculous stuff that we were playing with. Man, this is going on for a long time, but Friday night was awesome too. Occasionally, for charity or to support something, I have a group of friends that I play music with, and we do what we call live band karaoke. And what that looks like is a large group of us. We learn all different kinds of songs. The last time we played everything from Toto's Africa to Come Sail Away by Styx, and then we jumped over to Shake It Off by Taylor Swift, or Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses, or Frank Sinatra, and a whole host of other songs that are nothing alike. And the idea is folks come up and they can pick a song, and then they can not just sing karaoke, but they can front a band, which a lot of people have never done in their lives. So you get to like be a part of the band for a moment and sing your song. And there's a party that's going to happen. I forget where I was. The plane is confusing me. So we do this live band karaoke. It's going to happen in the Germantown section of Philadelphia in the beginning of August. Maybe I'll promote that. And if you're in Philadelphia and you want to come by. So I don't have a really great video of it because the guitar player got sick, someone lost the cymbals, And Saturday, we head up to a special spot right outside of Germantown, ironically. There's a place called Forbidden Drive. We take the kids along the Wissahickon Creek and we go hiking. And my kids are city kids. Not used to hiking. It was kind of hilarious. We're at this place right here. It's called Forbidden Drive in Germantown, part of Philadelphia, next to Rittenhouse Village, which was built in 1690, and it's a really great place. It's called Forbidden Drive because cars used to be forbidden to drive here. I'm gonna go hiking for the day, check stuff out, and the kids have never been here. My wife hasn't been here in like, I don't know, almost 20 years, so it's a nice shaded spot on a hot summer's day like today. So we're gonna go check it out now. The family that started Rittenhouse Village had monkeys, and some of their descendants still live in these woods. So if you see any of them, there should be monkeys around here a little bit.
Marley, Daddy said.
Dad 1, kid 0. Do you know how the old explorers used to find out what path to take? You throw a stick in the air, and whatever way it's pointing, that's the path that you take.
Okay.
I'm really gonna just ruin them at some point. That's what Columbus did. I think maybe a plane landed here at one point. It's the helipad. In case they gotta get people out of here hella quick. Dad jokes, talking about dad jokes. Put your hand in it.
No, I'll do it.
Come on.
I really want it.
I'm gonna pay for these antics one day.
I am not enjoying this.
No one cares what the kids think. It's all about the parents. Found this family reunion. Sadly, it's not my family reunion though, so there's no food for us. Whatever, I probably did the same thing when I was a kid. I don't know. So, there's my buddy, and that's that.
Also, I feel like I'm staring at a naked lady. So
Because there's a naked lady over there. There's this statue. Let me show it to you real quick. When my kids were little, they used to call this Butt Park. Because there's this statue of a naked lady over here and they thought that was hilarious. Let me just say this real quick. Between the folks that shouted me out, Lettered Classroom, the people that graced me with their presence on the Teacher Talk Live and give an hour of their time to talk about this stuff in the summer, to my in-laws, to the people that own swimming pools and let my children swim there. It's not lost on me. I love it so much. I'm so grateful for your time and your love. I appreciate it. Hope you have the best week ever, guys. Peace.